TBC 14. We're talking Shriners Open. I'm Bradley Key. I'm joined by Peter the Irish Guy. What's up, brother?
What's up? Gang, gang.
Another great week.
Yeah, another cool week on both tours. We'll recap of last week, and then this week we got the Vegas event. I'm sure, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking a bunch of the players probably fucking love it.
Yes, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a good place to go.
And actually, I already have a couple of stories that I haven't even thought about until this second. That just popped into my head. I have a great story from actually a local tour guy, Troy Madison.
Okay.
So Troy Madison's actually tried to get back on tour. He has conditional status, like a former winner status, but he's been on the PGA Tour for fucking 10 plus years.
Okay.
And he told a great story about Vegas and about the Shrine, in particular the Shriners event. So we'll get to that.
You're going to tell the story.
Yeah, once we get to it.
Okay. You want to start? I'm going to let you recap the Dunhill if you want to start us off like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
So that's the European Tour event from last week.
Yeah, so Victor Perez won. Victor Perez is a fucking journeyman nobody from France. Let's just get that out there.
Okay.
And, you know, also, so Matthew Southgate was the guy who was winning, who's also, he's a young, up-and-coming, very good player.
I recognize his name.
Yeah, English kid. He's not of the level of your Tyrrell Hattons or your Tommy Fleetwoods, but he's getting there.
Well, those guys have had, like, worldwide exposure through the Ryder Cup and through different things like that. So
Matthew Southgate is getting there. Southgate was at 23 under with 5 to go.
Okay.
And Victor Perez was at 21 under.
So he's
2-shot lead.
Okay.
Matthew Southgate ended up bogeying the par 5 14th shit bogey, and he bogeyed 16.
Which there weren't many bogeys there because it was playing real easy, right?
Yeah, and Victor Perez finished at 22 under. So Perez won at 22, Southgate was 21. Fleetwood was tied 5th at minus 19 under. Luke Donald, resurging Luke Donald, was at 18 under. He had a top 10.
I feel like that's the second week in a row
yeah,
we've
it
mentioned
is.
his name.
It is. He had another good week. Tony Finau again was top 10. Our boy Sugar Shane had a great weekend. So Shane finished at 17 under. Great score, right?
Yeah.
Finished T15th. And the reason I bring that up is, right, so McIlroy finished at minus 15.
Yeah, this is my next thing I was going to ask you about.
McIlroy finished at minus 15. He was tied 26th. Did you hear about his comments?
Yeah. I have it right here if you want to read it.
Yeah, you read out what exactly he said.
So after the tournament, this is McIlroy speaking. I'm sort of honestly sick of coming back to the European Tour and shooting 15 under par and finishing 30th. I don't think the courses are set up hard enough. There's no penalties for bad shots. I don't feel like good golf is regarded as well as it could be.
Yeah.
So
that's
harsh words.
Harsh words, about as fucking honest as he could be. I love that he said it.
Yeah.
Because not only did he say it, Ernie Els also said it, but because Ernie Els is now old and not really, one of the main players anymore, no one fucking gave a shit about what he said.
A lot of get off my lawn jokes, old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Rory's right. He finished 15 under. He finished T26. 2 weeks ago, then he shot. Last week was the same thing. He was like a bunch under.
Sure.
Finished nowhere. And then the week before, the last time he played in Europe, it was the same thing. So it's just, and for anyone who, is trying to think, well, they're playing the same golf course, right? It's the same for everyone.
Sort of.
Now it is. However, in the fucking US Open, right? In the British Open, in the Masters, when the course is the hardest course, right? They play all year, right? Who's always at the top of the leaderboard? The really, really, really good players, right? Your McIlroys, your Koepkas, your all of those guys. Your fucking Matthew Southgate and your Victor Perez are fucking
watered out,
are MCing and they're back fucking tossing themselves off in the hotel room watching fucking Koepka while he's playing on Saturday, right? So yeah, the course is the same, but when it's easy like that, these shitty guys get away with shots that they normally wouldn't get away with. So the really good golf of Rory and the best players isn't rewarded like it is at like Oakmont in
because
the
your
US Open.
mistakes aren't as devastating, but your good shots aren't as rewarded.
Exactly. Your good shots are decent shots, but mistakes aren't fucked. Whereas these guys can hit shitty shots and it's fine, right?
Sure.
There's no real rule for the pins are in easy spots. You can get up and down.
It's a lot like me.
Yeah.
I can hit a shitty shot and make a double bogey, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a fair point. Like, but at the same time, he did say afterwards, the next day, he said, at the Dunhill links wasn't the time to say that because it's a fucking pro.
It wasn't the best platform.
It's like complaining about something like this at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro.
Yeah, of course it's easy.
You've got they have all amateurs playing there. They're not going to set the pins up like a US Open or a British Open.
Didn't his dad play with him?
Yeah, his dad was playing. The most exciting part of the fucking
when
tournament
he missed that putt
was on. Yeah, so Fleetwood and his partner finished at 39 under for the team event. Jeez. Rory and his dad were at 36 under with 3 to play, and they were finishing on the front nine. So they were finishing on the other side. It was a 2T start because it's a pro and because there's so many players, they need 2T starts. So Rory birdied his last 5 holes of the tournament as well. But so they had to finish birdie eagle to win by 1. Birdie got them a tie, but they lost because the tiebreaker was who was the pros finishing the event, and Fleetwood was finishing in like 3rd. So Rory was going to be. So they were going to lose out. Right?
So if they were to tie him by making birdie, which they did,
yeah,
then he loses because his score is lower. Because
Fleetwood was better than him. But what was great was Rory birdied 7. He held like a nice 10-footer, then 8 the par 3 at St. Andrews. Rory hits this fucking shot, and they know they have to finish birdie eagle because they've been told, right?
Are you talking about the 8th or the 9th now?
The 8th,
okay.
The par 3 8, 170. Rory hits this fucking hold off, like fucking beautiful, probably 8-iron. Ball pitches, rolls up as if it's been hit with a putter. Like it looks like it's going in, and it stops like right on the edge of the hole. So a foot, less than a foot. So he taps in for birdie. So they go to 9. 9 is the drivable one. If you remember 9, it's like 3
drivable par 4.
Par 4. It's like 350. You can get home on the green and knock it in.
He puts it like right in the front, right?
Rory put it in the front. His dad Jerry gets it even closer than Rory did. Gets it right on the front. Now Jerry's playing from the white tees. Yeah. Rory hits it up, not a great putt, and then so Jerry has a putt to win, and it's about 60 feet.
That's right.
It's a long way.
It's long.
And they had the camera angle behind the ball. It looked good the whole way. It went so close.
It had too much pace, right?
A little too much pace. Went so close.
But it was
in.
online for sure.
It was a great putt. But so that was about the most exciting part of it. I did see a cool video with Sugar Shane on. He was on 17 on the last day in the road hole. Did you see this?
No.
So Shane is hitting his second shot to 17 with the road hole, the bunker hole, the pop bunker, right? And so the pin on the Sunday is always tucked on the left close to the bunker, and Shane hits this gorgeous little like hold off draw, and it pitches and it looks like it's going to roll up close to the hole, and it catches the edge of the slope and rolls down into the pop bunker, and Shane goes, "Oh no," and he's down on his knees and he looks at his caddy and goes, I thought I'd stiffed it. So no, it was good event though, great event to watch on TV, and yeah, that's really all I got on the Alfred Dunhill.
A fantastic recap. Should we run through last week's Safeway?
Yeah, well, talk about our picks, because
just real briefly. So
if people had taken any of our picks, they got some fucking good value there. I tell you what.
Well, that's half true. In fact, that's 2/3 true. If you followed my lead, you were mistaken. But if you followed our guest picker, Can't Miss Mitch, you're in good shape.
Our gambler, because he picked the fucking winner of the event, right?
So here's how this played out.
Yeah.
Our guest picker, Can't Miss Mitch, he took Cameron Champ, the winner of the tournament, to finish top 10.
Okay.
So that's a pretty damn good pick.
Well, because if you had here's what you do, like on my bookie or whatever it is, right? mybookie.ie or
AG.
If you're going to bet, you probably get odds on finishing. Yeah, right. You get top 10, top 10 odds, right?
Yeah.
And so if you bet on them to win plus on the top 10, which is what we do in Europe
they
each
need
way.
To have that option on
so
there.
each way, but you can even do that. A straight bet on top 10, straight bet to win. You win both of the odds. You win both picks. So that was a great pick.
So that was his top 10. His top 5, Frankie Molinari finished tied 23rd, so not top 5. His best bet, Adam Scott, finished tied 17th, which is pretty good, but not as good as Peter the Irish guy.
Oh, yeah.
Pete took Bryson DeChambeau as his best bet, who finished tied 13th, which made you the winner of the best bet pure picks.
Thank you. Bryson finished tied 13th. He must have a bad weekend where he just didn't really do all it, because he was in the lead. Wasn't he in the lead through 2 rounds? possibly 3 rounds. He was minus 12 leading through 2. But
keep talking through
yeah,
this.
I think I just remember taking a look at it and seeing that he was in a great spot. And so yeah, maybe he just didn't have a great weekend. But I'm glad Cameron Champ won. Cameron Champ, he fucking hits it.
Did you see the end when like they had connected it with his grandfather and the family stuff? It was real
emotional.
touching.
Speaking of the end, did you see, so he hit the longest tee shot of the week was 365 yards or something, and it was by him,
of course,
obviously, because he hits it further than anybody, and it was on his 72nd hole. It was on 18 when he piped it down the middle.
He mashes the damn ball.
Oh, he hits it so far.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to DeChambeau. He went 2 under on his Sunday round, finished 10 under total. I don't know.
Okay.
He must have had a bad third round.
Okay.
Anyhow, that pick won you pure picks for the week. Let's get into this week.
Yeah, let's do it.
For the record, I took Patrick Cantlay. He finished tied 40th. I'm the worst. That's all gay. We got another week here. It's the Shriners Open. So as we discussed, this is in Las Vegas. It's a long-standing tournament. So here's the intro to the tournament. It was founded in 1983. The Shriners Open is the 6th event on the PGA Tour's wraparound season and is played annually in October in Las Vegas. When it was originally created in 1983, the tournament was played over 5 rounds, a total of 90 holes.
Yeah, Jesus, that's aggressive.
And they played it over multiple courses.
Especially in fucking Vegas. That's an extra day in Vegas.
Right?
Jesus.
An extra day in Vegas. And they also had the highest purse on tour at that time. It was $750,000 in 1983, which, interesting.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods recorded his first PGA Tour win in Las Vegas in October 1996 in a playoff over Davis Love.
Yep.
Someone commented that Davis Love was playing a persimmons driver.
Yeah, would have been
playoff,
96.
like one of those little wooden ones.
Yeah, crazy.
Let's see here. The format was changed to 72 holes in 2004. So your traditional.
Justin Timberlake is the sponsor, right?
I didn't know that. He may be like the hosting sponsor.
He's the host. He's
whatever.
been the host for a while. So the Justin Timberlake like Shriners hospital event or whatever.
That makes sense. So the course, the TPC Summerlin, is a private golf club located within the planned community of Summerlin, which is a highly affluent neighborhood west of central Las Vegas. The course was featured in Tiger Woods' PGA Tour 2001 on PlayStation. For those of you who had that game, I did, and that's why I'm vaguely familiar with the track.
Yeah.
It's a 7,255-yard par 71 course designed by Bobby Weed. I always go and look to see if I can find the greens fees for us average folks.
No, it's a private club, so you wouldn't find
greens fees not available, but private course monthly dues range around $800 per month, and then you have to pay an initiation fee of some sort.
Yeah, of a lot.
So kind of interesting.
So a couple of things from this event.
From Summerlin or from the event?
No, from the event. So there's a couple of connections to Austin actually with this event.
Okay.
So there's 2 pros from Austin that have both won this PGA Tour event.
Okay.
The Vegas event in particular. One of them being Wes Short. So Wes Short Jr. He's on the Champions Tour. He actually just won on the Champions Tour maybe a month ago.
And he's currently an Austin resident?
Born and raised Austinite, Austin resident. He is not a member of any country club. You know where he practices?
Where's that?
And where he plays. Whenever he's back in town, you will see him on the range. You will see him playing the skins game. Is Jimmy Clay.
I believe it.
They
got the best range.
Jimmy Clay, Roy Kaiser. He's all he does is stand on the range. You know, he's like he kind of reminds me of like Tin Cup or something.
Yeah.
Like he's
McAvoy.
He's such a kind of he's a real local Austinite. Never was a private country club guy. Always was a local public golf course player.
Kind of like how there's like street
muni
basketballers versus pro.
Exactly. It was
like
always a muni,
guy.
and he never went away from it.
Yeah.
And so whenever he's back in town, he always plays in the Tuesday skins game, and he always wins because he'll shoot 64 every single time.
I think I know who the other one is.
No, the other one's Troy Madison. Is the other guy that
I
has
thought you
the
were going to say
connection.
Rich Beam.
No, yeah, Beam has played in a bunch. I don't know if he's won it. I don't think he won it. But the cool thing with Wes was Wes Short, his only win on the PGA Tour was in 1999, and it was this event.
Nice.
And he beat Jim Furyk in a playoff.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and Jim Furyk, and Wes Short, he now has a great career on the Champions Tour. Won recently. He's like top 10 on the Charles Schwab, or whatever it is. So yeah, he's doing real well.
Furyk's coming to the Champions Tour real soon. Yeah. You better watch your back.
The other funny story was Troy Madison, and Troy Madison was at an event that I was playing in, and he was given
This is in Austin?
Yeah, in Austin. He was giving like a talk to us, basically. He was like a guest speaker, I guess. And he was sitting around and chatting with us. And Troy won. He's won twice on the PGA Tour. And both are this Vegas event. Both times he won the Vegas event. So one of the things he talks about was how, so the first time he won it, his regular caddy, he phoned up his regular caddy about 2 weeks before and said, hey, for the Vegas event, I'm going to give you some time off because I'm going to have my brothers come out. He's going to come. We're going to have kind of like a little brother kind of thing. Sure. He's going to caddy for me. We're going to have a good time in Vegas, blah, blah, blah. So the caddy was like, yeah, great, no problem. So they go to the event. He fucking wins, which stinks for the regular caddy, right? Because he just got lost out a bunch of money. But Troy also said, the hardest thing he's ever had to do in his professional career was, so he won $1 million for winning. Right? Okay. He won just over like 900K, 980K or something, he said. So he, on the way it works on the PGA Tour is you get a direct deposit into your account on the Wednesday after the event. Okay. So the event finishes on Sunday. You win Vegas. You win $1 million. On Wednesday morning, direct deposit into your checking account
heard that before.
Or bank account, whatever account it is exactly the amount for how much the prize purse is. So if it's $1 million exactly, Wednesday morning you wake up, you have $1 million more in your checking account. Crazy. Which would be fucking amazing.
You better plan for taxes, baby.
Right, exactly. You're a self-contractor, so you got to do your own fucking contact.
That's so interesting. I had no idea that the Wednesday was when they paid.
Right. So he said, so first he was like, so after he won, he told his wife, listen, wait till the fucking Wednesday, wait till the money comes in before he goes spending shit. Also, he said he had to, when he gets home, his brother came over and he had to sit down at his kitchen table, get out a checkbook and write his brother a check for $100,000.
For all he did was just
walk. Was like, it was the hardest fucking thing, handing my brother $100,000 check after that week. But
his poor caddy, man.
I know. What a fucking
I thought what you were going to say was that he like split it or he gave him the money anyway.
No, he didn't. No, that's his caddy's week off.
His brother made the money.
And the agreement is like, he has no idea Troy's gonna fucking win. He doesn't think he's gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously not in the mindset to like go be super competitive. He's going to enjoy himself.
So going into the week, is
how you play your best.
You get 3% of a top 50. You get 5% of a top 50. You get 7% of a top 15.
If you're a caddy,
you get 10% of the win. Right. The better we do, the bigger cut you get. Right. And that's the deal. And he said to his brother, you'll have the same deal this week. They obviously said to the caddy, listen, it's your time off. You get on the caddy. Went, yeah, absolutely. Right. No worries.
Yeah, go fuck off.
Unfortunately, he fucking won. He just lost the fucking 100K. But there you go.
Piggybacking on that, that was $1 million in '99. The purse this year is $6,600,000.
Yep.
$1,188,000 goes to the winner, which is interesting. This is the first time I've seen this year. It's a decrease since 2019 in prize funding, when it was $7 million and $1.26 million paid out to the winner.
Interesting.
I have not seen them go backwards before. The winner of this tournament receives 500 FedEx Cup points. The field is headlined by Brooks Koepka, Patrick Cantlay. Cantlay is the winner 2018 and a runner-up 2019. Bryson DeChambeau, who's a defending champ. Adam Scott and Hideki Matsuyama.
How do we think Koepka will do? Probably shit.
Probably shit. There's not any pressure, so he doesn't try, right? No. Yeah. He might like show up like right off of the craps table like an all-night bender. No warm-up swings, and then probably win.
Exactly.
Anyways, let's see here. On Sunday last year, Bryson DeChambeau eagled the 16th from nearly 60 feet en route to shooting a 566 and nipping defending champion Patrick Cantlay by one shot. So it was like the most exciting part of last year's tournament. Bryson DeChambeau obviously won. You ready to get into storylines?
Let's do it.
Let's roll. Yeah. Roots and Residency is what this is called. So the field's loaded with competitors that are either from or that are familiar from whatever historical play with the course and the venue. This is the home of Aaron Weiss. He's a Las Vegas resident and has played a ton of rounds at TPC Summerlin. He's finished 15th, 32nd, 10th.
Aaron Weiss, fucking great golfer.
Great golfer, young golfer.
Yeah,
15th,
from Oregon.
32nd, 10th in his last 3 appearances at the Shriner. Scott Piercy's another Las Vegas native.
What about Pat Perez? Do you have him, Dan?
I don't.
The only reason
he went to Arizona, I know.
He did, and he lives in Arizona. He is sponsored by, he's like an MGM Grand sponsor.
I know, that's what it is.
He's a big Vegas sponsor.
He's always got it on his t-shirt.
Right, so this will be a big week for him, sponsored kind of stuff, you know?
I got a feeling he wouldn't perform very well.
Yeah, maybe.
He might be getting a little fucked up.
Maybe not.
The Scott Piercy has finished 32nd or better in the event 9 out of the past 10 years. Adam Scott, who played at UNLV for his college golf in the late 90s, he'll be back this week. And then Kevin Na.
Back in his plaids.
Back in his plaids.
In
back
his pleats.
Pleats is what we're going for,
pleats,
yeah. Some people have been commenting on how much you dislike pleats, and they're saying they're very comfortable and form-fitting for the older gentleman.
Well, listen, I understand how comfortable and form-fitting they are for the older gentleman. Adam Scott is maybe the most attractive, best shape, good-looking fucking golfer.
He doesn't need
He needs to be wearing fucking spandex.
That's right.
No, he needs to be going the
bike
opposite.
Shorts.
He needs to wear bike shorts and topless when he's on the golf course. That's what we need.
Instead, he's wearing like maroon and dark gray pleated pants.
Exactly.
Anyhow, I was just letting you know. People are commenting on that. They like it. Or dislike it for that matter. Kevin Na, we said, also on the field. He's from Las Vegas and has won here previously. Debut. Not like the French say it. Debut.
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka's making his debut.
Yeah.
He played the Shriners from 2014 to 2017, and he's making his return this season.
Yeah, I think the thing with Brooks to watch out for is so. If you don't know if you follow him on Instagram, I follow him and Claude Harmon, his coach. They've been working really hard in the off season, so he's worked with Claude Harmon, been working on his. So all his posts are all about.
He's been sandbagging us, saying he doesn't practice.
Well, when you meant by doesn't practice, obviously he does a lot in the off season.
He's talking about warm-ups.
He's talking about in week shit.
Right.
Doesn't do a lot of fucking playing because he's playing the round of golf, right? He'll do a little bit of a warm-up and then he's playing his round of golf. He doesn't need to hit a whole lot of other balls.
That's right.
It's the off-season shit that he was working on. But yeah, he was grinding his hole off, it looked like, with his driver. Every time I saw him hitting, he was hitting with his driver. So
looks like he's just chopping down trees.
Well, no, he was fucking absolutely mashing golf
I know.
balls. He's
like a lumberjack.
He looks so good. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how into it he is this week at his first week back. I wonder, I mean, he is trying to show up and win, but certainly. Yeah, I wonder how much he's just going to enjoy himself and have a fun time.
So the note I've got here is that he's looking to get off to a quick start this fall as he builds towards the President's Cup in December, where he'll be a vital cog in the Americans' hopes against the international team. So the logic here is that he's playing some of these events that he wouldn't normally play to get into playing shape.
Yeah, because the President's Cup is on. Yeah, makes sense.
Early season grind is the next storyline. Phil Mickelson will tee it up in Las Vegas for the second time in a row.
If he doesn't fucking wither away first and blow away in a stiff wind.
He needs a Cheeto or something, doesn't he?
He needs a fucking cheeseburger is what he fucking needs.
Cheeseburger would go good.
Now, this is just me probably being jealous, to be honest, of his fucking slimming, fucking physical physique.
He used to need pleated pants and he doesn't anymore.
No, he's looking as shredded as shred could be. Actually, speaking of pleated pants and Phil Mickelson, I remember the first time. So I went to the US Open in, you remember the one that Justin Rose won in Philadelphia at what's the course where they had the wicker baskets were the flags, not the flags. You remember that?
I remember, but I don't remember the name.
Marion Country Club is the name of it.
That's right.
So it's in Philly. It's about 25 minutes outside of Philly. Actually, I went with a couple of mates, and on one of the nights out, we got kicked out of the. We were staying at the Sheraton, and we got kicked out of our rooms.
Ouchie.
At like 4 a.m. because we had like 6 girls in the room with music blasting, and they'd ask us a bunch of times. But anyway, that's for another podcast. But so it was a great event. Mickelson came second, if you remember, in that event. But I'd never seen Phil in person.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never seen him in person.
Oh, you've told me this story before.
I remember standing on the fucking tee it was the third hole at Marion, which is a par 5 all the way down. He was playing with, I can't remember who he's playing with. He's playing with somebody. Anyway, I'm standing because I know Mickelson is coming next. Have the best spot on the tee. I'm literally.
What year would you say this was in? Just for a refresher here.
So it's 2019 now. How many years ago did Justin Rose win the US Open? 7? Is it 2011, 2012?
Something like that. That seems
something
reasonable.
like that.
I'm just trying to picture about when this was. Okay, good.
Right. And Mickelson at this point was starting to get in good shape. Like, he wasn't the older fat Mickelson. He had
hefty.
He was now in like decent shape, right? But
he's stretching, doing the yoga
he was
stuff.
starting to do stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing on the tee, and I'm like 4 5 feet from the tee box. I'm the first guy on the rope. The tee box. I could almost reach out and hit him with the back of my hand, right? And so he walks onto the fucking tee and comes on, and the fucking aura and just the chills I got. It was like the president of the United States of America had walked onto the fucking tee.
Didn't you say something about his watch or something that had like really
his fucking shoes and his watch. Okay. His shoes, his watch, and his belt. I remember looking at him going, everything that he's wearing right now is worth more than my life. Like, it was just fucking amazing.
He just had that presence.
Just so well dressed. And his side view, I was looking at him from the side, and he was in much better shape than I thought he was. Like, he
looks on television.
Didn't have a belly or anything. Like, I was like, wow. He would just. I was very fucking impressed with him.
Interesting.
So I'd love to see him now and see the difference, because on fucking camera he looks shredded.
That's right. Yeah. You're talking about as of right this second.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
this minute,
off his coffee diet.
Yeah.
He's quite thin. Okay. That pretty much concludes it for the storylines. You want to get into a little bit of gambling? Some pure picks?
Yeah, let's get our picks out.
So let me give you top 5 of the field in terms of odds. Brooks Koepka, Patrick Cantlay, Bryson DeChambeau, Webb Simpson, Hideki Matsuyama. So these 4 are tied with the same odds at 22-1. Webb Simpson, Hideki, Adam Scott, and Tony.
And we're doing the same as last week. We're going to do miscut, 10, 5, and best bet.
That's right.
Okay.
So I'll start if you want.
Yes, you start.
Let's start with miscut and go up.
Okay.
So I'm taking a big flyer here. I am selecting Tony Finau, who's in the top 5 in terms of odds, to miss the cut this week. And the reason being is that he's been overseas for the last, 14 days, maybe 21. He played in the last 2 European tournaments. I think he's going to be jet lagged. I think that that affects a person, even if it's 4 or 5 days later. So that's my flyer. I'm taking Tony Finau, even though he does have some history with the course. I think he played there like before he got on the PGA Tour. He was grinding money games there and stuff to kind of make money. Anyhow, go ahead.
My pick to miss the cut this week is Brooks Koepka.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to take Brooks to miss
Number
the cut.
1.
Yeah, he's in Vegas. He doesn't give a fuck. Also, the other reason I just realized, his little brother's in the field. Chase Koepka.
Yeah, that's right.
So him and his brother are going to be fucking out. They're going to be booed. They're going to be having a good time. Brooks will be not interested in playing. He'll work on his game. He'll work on his but he's not going to grind, and he's going to MC.
Do you think he's going to be a bad influence on his brother who really needs the money, probably?
No, I don't know. I'd say he'll probably be a good influence on his brother. His brother might end up doing well, make the cut, but Brooks, no. Miscut.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Give me your top 10.
Top 10. Let's see here. I like Kevin Na to finish in the top 10. And that's just historical performance. He's always in the mix. He's won it a couple of times.
Okay.
You go ahead.
My top 10 is Andrew Landry.
Ooh.
Andrew Landry is an Austin resident.
Right.
Played with him at the course I used to be the assistant head pro at.
Did you say you played at A&M?
No, Landry played at... I want to say Andrew Landry played maybe at Baylor or somewhere like that, but I can't remember.
Here, huh?
But anyway, I'm going to say Andrew Landry. Really, really fucking solid player.
I think that's a good pick. Okay. I am going to take Adam Scott for my top 5.
Okay. Adam Scott.
And that's just the UNLV tie-in.
Okay.
Some historical relevance, and he's been good, man. He's been hitting the ball very well.
Okay, top 5, I'm going to take Aaron Wise. Since we talked about him earlier, since he's the local boy, since he's done well in this event, you said.
This is home course.
Home course, Aaron Wise, top 5.
It's like you going out and playing every weekend on the same course.
He's going to be in the hunt to win.
Certainly.
And then let's take our best bet.
I think I got to ride with DeChambeau this week. I think he kind of sniffed it last week. He's won it recently. I think he defends.
That's a good pick
because
right there.
He fell off just in time to finish, like, what was he, top 10 or top 13, we said?
Yeah.
Whatever he finished at, I think that he was close enough to taste it, but he had some bitterness that he wasn't quite there. I think that he kind of gets over the hump here, and I think he defends his title.
Okay. I'm going to say, as a best bet, I'm going to pick... Okay. This is going to be a long shot.
Okay.
But I'm picking Emiliano Grillo.
Wow.
Mariano Grillo, the guy that can make so many fucking birdies. It's unbelievable when he gets hot. When he gets hot, he's unbelievable. Which in Vegas, this is the type of place to do.
The course is really easy.
Oh, it's made for,
if it's not windy,
that's what I mean.
Can score like crazy.
He's the type of guy that can shoot like 24 under, and everyone goes, geez, that little guy Grillo's up there again. He's just one of those names you'll see every now and again on one of those courses. Grillo, I'm picking.
I love it. That's
that
the
good.
end of this, man.
Yeah, man.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, can't wait to... I'll watch this week, definitely.
Definitely. Follow us on Instagram at The Buttercut Podcast. You can follow Peter at Peter the Irish Guy. You can follow me at Bradley B. Key. This has been a production of MWBK Creative. Thanks so much for listening. See you next week.